And I would like go to a practice at all these clubs and like test them out. And I went to Mike's club and there was no big guys there. And I was like, kind of in my head, I was like, okay, like this was a dud. Like
Right.
this place sucks. And then Mike was like, hey, I'll wrestle you. And I was like,
Oh.
what? This guy? This little guy? He's gonna wrestle me? And then he beat the crap out of me. And I was like, that's it. I have to come here every day of every week for the next year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that's how he got me.
Yeah.
Um, that's like one of the most memorable practices like in my career.
Hello and welcome to the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, Kelby Bachman. I can't believe I started this podcast 4 years ago and have heard some great stories, met some amazing people, shined a light on the trials and tribulations that come along with the sport of wrestling, both during people's careers, athletes' careers, and also afterwards, how it has shaped them into the person that they are today. We keep circling back. There's been one story that I have been constantly telling over the last 4 years. And so he is making another appearance. I always have him as sort of the start of a new season. And that's Eric Schultz. He was my very first guest on this podcast. And each year we find a way to connect and come back on and keep telling his story. So very thankful that he trusted me in the first place to come on this podcast and start it. So last we heard from Eric, he was wrestling at the NWTC, the Nebraska Wrestling Training Center in Lincoln. He had wrestled at the Bill Farrell, also wrestled in France at the Henry DeGlane, and was just starting up coaching at Nebraska Wesleyan under his friend and neighbor, Colton McChrystal. Nowadays, Eric has recently moved to Champaign, Illinois, and he is an assistant coach at the University of Illinois. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy, for another time, assistant coach Eric Schultz. In the heart of West Union, Iowa, lies a hidden gem in Euphoria Coffee. Owned by local residents Nicole and Shane Havenstreit, they source everything they can from local vendors. From hot and iced drinks, to savory breakfast burritos, to baked goods, to botany tea, and even homemade waffles, Euphoria Coffee is a place your entire family can enjoy. You can find more information at drinkeuphoриacoffee2go.com or visit their Facebook page. And we also have a special gift just for you. Next time you stop in, you can get a free baked good with a $20 purchase. Just mention the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Euphoria Coffee. Our purpose is deeper than coffee. What have you been up to?
That
I see you're decorated for fall. That's very good.
that's all Claire. I don't get me wrong, I like it, but she's the interior design.
Yep. I feel that. Yeah. Are you getting? I saw you were you her assistant again not too long ago? So you,
Yeah, last weekend. Last
yeah.
weekend.
How was
It
that?
it was fun because we got to go to like the city, like downtown Chicago.
Yeah.
And I mean I like it. I like Chicago for a couple days. And then,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not for me to live in.
Yeah. So where is so you're at Illinois, so like Champaign, where is that and considered to?
I think it's pretty much like right in the middle of the state of Illinois.
Oh, okay. So how far from Chicago?
Like two and a half
Oh,
ish,
really? Okay.
maybe up to three, maybe if there's like bad traffic.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
was a lot of fun because we were taking pictures. Well, we it was Claire was taking pictures of some of our old college friends. So
Nice.
it was like just nice to see him, nice to hang out.
Yeah.
Um, like especially after just talk, hang out, catch up.
Yeah. How many weddings have you probably gone to as an assistant? Rough
Mm,
estimate. Because I'm just wondering like about the food. Like, have you tried like all sorts of awesome wedding food?
yeah, I mean, I don't. I don't know. I've definitely been to more where there was like almost the same thing than
Oh,
than uh than weddings where there was like a super unique uh food or something like that.
yeah.
More times it's just a really unique dessert or
Oh,
late
yeah.
night snack.
Yeah.
Like at like 10 at 10 p.m. when they're kind of trying, or maybe 10:30 when they're kind of trying to maybe close the bar or something.
Yeah,
I,
right, right. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a good night, and so they bring out little I don't know. I think like I don't know, pizza or chicken nuggets. I think I heard chicken nuggets one time. I think my
yeah.
sister told me that.
One of the best, I think, themed ones was uh, Tyler Burger's wedding. They brought out mini burgers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was like,
Oh, yeah.
you're having a good time, you're feeling it,
Yeah.
and then they bring out the mini burgers, and they're like,
Yeah.
everyone go get a mini burger, and you're just like, this is so awesome.
Yeah.
But
A good call. Good job.
yeah, that was probably best thought of, I'd say.
Did you have something like that at your wedding?
Yeah, we had cereal.
Oh, of course, duh.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a cereal bar kinda set up, and I loved it.
Yeah.
That was, um, kind of uh, I guess I knew beforehand, but, Claire's mom was really nice, and she set that whole thing up, so that was really
Nice.
cool.
Nice. And what kind? Like Fruit Loops or
Yeah, I think there was Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, I think there was Fruity Pebbles, um, and maybe Cocoa Pebbles too. Uh, I think so. There may have been more, but
wow.
maybe Cinnamon Toast Crunch, maybe like those 5, but
Yeah.
something like that.
Did you have them like sitting out in containers or did you get like the little boxes, like you can get those little
They
boxes?
were in containers.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It was the real deal. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. I was thinking about this. Mhm. Like, this is our fifth year doing this. And like it's gonna be fun to go back and just like listen to the very first couple and like where we were at in our lives and where we're at now. I don't know, not to
Yeah.
get all sentimental, but yeah, it's just like, have you thought about the past 5, 6, 7 years where you were at Nebraska and now where you're at now at Illinois? Like, have you even
Um,
thought about it like that whole journey?
I guess not enough,
Yeah.
but I think today because, we were doing this podcast, I started to think a little bit and, uh, I thought about a lot about my time last year at Nebraska Wesleyan,
Yeah, yeah.
and
What
that
about
that
it?
was that was like, I don't know, it was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and, um, I I do feel like I had a lot of fun, and I do feel like I learned a lot, just just from a lot of composure or kind of how to hold myself, maybe, and how to speak to or communicate or direct the flow of a conversation to a college kid specifically.
Hmm.
Because I don't know for me, but that's been like probably the biggest area of I say I've been trying to grow in is like
Really?
being a coach
Yeah.
and like just like how to teach a kid majority of it like wrestling moves, but then like if like conversations get brought up about classes or like I don't know if they have girlfriends or something like that, how to being able to handle and like manage or direct the flow of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, you've had many experiences, you've had successes, you've had heartbreaks, you've had a relationship that's turned into a family. Like you've kind of been through a lot of what these kids are going through now. So it's probably nice to have someone to relate to and just, hey, I've been in your shoes, man, and this is what I did, this is what I wish I did. You just even someone to listen. I mean, sometimes
Yeah,
sometimes you just need someone to listen. And so,
yeah, and like how you mentioned that, like sometimes you just gotta listen, and sometimes you have to like give advice, and sometimes I don't know. I'm still figuring out those other sometimes, but like
yeah,
being able to identify when you should do what and where, and like just all those things is it's wild, and that's why I'm like super thankful. I think uh like the Wesleyan kids probably don't know as much as they should, but it was a lot of fun, and I just learned a lot that
yeah,
just that single year at Wesleyan.
yeah. How'd you
Yeah.
even get into Wesleyan? I know, Colton McChrystal's the head coach there, but like, how did that even? Did you
That
even
was
think about coaching? Like, was that something? I
no, it
forget.
just kind of popped up.
Really?
Well, Claire's dad is on the board of Nebraska Wesleyan. I'm pretty sure,
Hmm.
and and then obviously Brandon Bradley went to uh, the Huskers,
Hmm.
so the job was opened up, and um, I'm pretty sure Bill asked me if like I'd hit up Manning and be like, "Hey, is there anyone like the last so many years that had graduated or any alumni at all that would be interested in the job?" And I kind of threw out Colton's name. Uh,
Oh,
yeah, and then I went to Colton and I was like, "Hey, dude, this job, whatever." And then he like didn't seem too into it at first. Um, and then he was like changed his mind and he was game. And then he said, "Hey, if I get this job, will you help coach?" And I was like, I don't know." And then we worked out like if I had to go to the OTC or like go to a tournament or something like that, he said I could. That like that's no problem. So
yeah,
so I ended up doing it, and it was being Colton's assistant also made it a lot better just because we were really good friends, and
right.
he was my back neighbor at the time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I forgot about that.
that
Yeah,
was
you guys lived
that was
right
a
behind
lot of
each
fun,
other.
kind of that whole scenario. But I think Peyton Robb is took my spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Good to
sure.
hear.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Maybe I'll have to hit him up and maybe get him back on here and talk about his Nebraska Wesleyan experience.
Yeah. Yeah, what was it like going, because you went to Nebraska, Big Ten school, facilities, you kind of had it made. And then when you go to a school like Nebraska Wesleyan D3, it's a different ball game, man. I mean, did that kind of open your eyes to a little bit about the difference in levels there and
Yeah,
schools and
yeah.
funding and all that thing?
Um, a lot. It I learned so much about D3 and it is I will say it is really hard, especially the regional that Nebraska Wesleyan is in, um, to make it from regionals to nationals. Like essentially if you make it out of their regional, you got a pretty good shot of being an All-American. Like it's just the way they I was only in it for 1 year, so I feel like you shouldn't be taking all of my advice, but I don't know how they like really decide and like set it up and everything, but the way they set it up, their regional is just really hard.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know if they can switch that up, or I don't know if they. I really don't know how to make it better, but I do
yeah.
know that it's pretty hard.
Well, I'll tell you this. This is a sentiment that people have been echoing. Like people have been saying this for a while that, D3 and D2 even, like they go by they don't have allocations, right? It's basically you
Yeah.
place top four or whatever, top three, and you
Top,
go.
yeah, top three, I think.
Top three, yeah, and you go,
Yeah.
and that's it. So there's no wild card, there's nothing. So
Yeah.
that's been kind of a big talk, you know?
They, I mean, as a not very knowledgeable person, I guess, of D3, I would definitely say they have to change something. I don't know.
Well, what
I
does
just feel like
that,
it helped the sport so much.
yeah, what does that say when somebody has been in there for 1 year who comes in with very, who has knowledge of the sport, maybe not so much a D3, but comes in and has the same feeling that everyone else has that's been in the sport or in that D3 for a while now. Like you're saying, you're like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm saying the same thing that they are, and I've been here a year. Like,
And yeah, like I couldn't imagine like being there like 20 years or something like that, and like the same rules, same rules, same rules. And it's just like, how long do you have to preach to the choir until, I don't know, like something changes?
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, shout out to Nebraska Wesleyan.
Yeah, um what was that team like? I mean, besides moving to Nebraska, I wouldn't have even known who Nebraska Wesleyan was. So like they're the Prairie Dogs, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Prairie Wolves.
Oh, Prairie Wolves. I'm sorry. Whoops.
Yeah,
Prairie Wolves. Yeah, what was that
yeah.
team like and the culture and everything? Was it just
Like,
kind of
I felt like the culture was amazing. You obviously have a couple, I don't know, like oddballs, I guess, but overall, I just thought like all the guys on the team like got along really well, and everyone like had a good time, even though there weren't like a crazy amount of wins. It just like everyone like had fun, and I don't know, like when I would go there, it was like it was so much more relaxed and not so like tense at all or anything like that, which
Mhm.
like maybe it could have used like a little more tension or something like that, a little more pressure, but uh it was just a lot of fun overall. Like every day kids were having fun.
Nice.
And
Good.
that's what, like, when I talk to other people, other sports or other guys like that did D3, they're saying like, because there's no scholarships in D3, it's like they're just doing it because they have fun playing the sport and they love playing the sport. So
Hmm.
it's just it's just nice. It's a different feel, but it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome you got that experience there with Nebraska Wesleyan and with Colton, like out of all the people to
Yeah,
have that experience with, it was your
yeah.
neighbor. So,
And he's awesome. I think if he stays at Wesleyan, I think he'll do some really good things because he just like some people naturally have like things better than other people, and the way that he can lead college kids and just have a instant direct effect on their lives
Mhm.
is really impressive. I think I think he'll do a really good job.
Yeah. Did you
And
feel
then
that you were able to achieve that? Like, did you
I
see
think
that yourself? Be like, wow,
I
I
felt
just
it
impacted this kid.
I felt it like twice, I think. Uh like for sure. And then hopefully there were some other times where I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't
Hmm.
know. But I'm hoping that most of them were received positively.
Yeah. Good.
And
Good.
now that he's got P Rub too, like P Rub's just such a good guy.
Yeah.
And his knowledge of wrestling is just crazy. So those two combined, I feel like they're set up to for success.
Yeah. And you just have, I don't want to say just have, but it was just the two of you, correct? Was there any like,
Yeah.
so you didn't have like a volunteer, you didn't have like a third
No.
coach,
I
so
mean,
it was just the two of you.
Tyrell, well, he came a few times,
Okay.
like, and then um like Christian Lance came a couple times, and then Liam Cronin came one time. That was fun.
Okay. Yeah.
But we were working on really trying to set some stuff up for like this year or in the following years to kind of maybe allocate some money to like a volunteer or maybe like just a little bit of money so then like the RTC guys at Nebraska could make a couple appearances throughout the year, and I just
Yeah.
feel like that would be crazy good for Wesleyan.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot for just two people to
Yeah,
handle. I mean, you you probably got a real eye-opening experience of what it's like to do all the things in coaching. Like, I mean, I don't know what you might have been doing. Schedule, um, scheduling, trips like hotels, buses, flights. I don't know
yeah.
if you flew anywhere
I
like,
was lucky. Colton and then the school did most of that stuff.
yeah,
Um, but it was really eye opening. You almost never travel and stay the night. You're
really?
you're driving down day of competition and you're driving back, whether you're getting back at like 1 or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. Like there's no one time I think we got to stay the night. Well, I guess two times, but um, yeah, every other time it's drive down same day, drive back, and I'm like, dang, this is a
Jeez,
lot.
really?
And then all the guys have to do their homework on the bus and stuff, and I'm like,
Mhm.
man, this is next level.
And did you at least get like a charter bus or something or?
One time I think we did, but the other times we were like splitting the vans,
Oh my
and so then I
gosh.
was driving one, and Colton was driving one, and those were like I don't know some of the night drives coming back got long, but I tried to keep it pretty light, and with the guys on the team I would be like with I guess obviously just in my bus I'd go like one by one and I would tell them that they're on the hot seat and I would like drill them with like just a bunch of like classic road trip questions.
Nice.
Um, after I would like get to know like how old they are, where they're from, why they came to Wesleyan, their major, what they want to do, blah blah blah. Then I would go into uh like last meal, like that's a classic
Oh,
one.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Or like just best place to live on Earth, or best place to visit on Earth, or
Mhm.
um, just like questions like that, and then that would usually pass up a lot of time, and it would get pretty cool sometimes. Like everyone else in the bus would like really get in on it,
Hmm,
and
hmm.
it'd be awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, they'd say something out, out of left field, and next thing you know, everyone's dogging them. I'm like,
yeah. Like
I'm like, what
best
the?
movie or like funniest movie ever,
Yeah,
and then like so I don't know, someone would say something, and then everyone would be like, "What the heck?"
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it would get fun.
That's a pretty good idea. Gosh, but like just little vans though, man. What a
Yeah,
that's like that's respect though. Like when you see or you hear stories about a school bringing a couple van loads of kids, like that's how you know, like you're saying, like they just love the sport.
yeah,
They don't need all this stuff. They just need a van. Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah, they just need to show up and they scrap and leave.
Yeah. So you didn't, were you the one that ran the aux then?
No,
No?
no.
Wow.
Well, usually I would turn it down pretty low because we would have to hear like some of the guys in the back of the bus.
Yeah.
So then like the aux would kind of it wouldn't really matter.
Yeah.
Um, but then I would kind of let like the guys like go into the duel or tournament or whatever. I kind of let them control the aux so they can
Yeah.
I don't know, at least say they felt more prepared or ready to
Yeah.
wrestle.
Yeah. Man, that's interesting though that you were drive the day of the competition like that. I mean, what was it like driving for like 4 hours and then your guys are getting out and have to like go wrestle? I mean, I know they're young, so like it's not probably that big a deal, but I'm thinking like riding in a van for 4 hours. I know we did it when we were kids, but
Yeah,
oh, I feel like I'd
I
be,
would
I
be.
don't know.
I feel like um it could not be that big a deal, uh, as long as it's I view it almost as like making sure you cut your weight right.
Right.
It's like I'm gonna be prepared for this bus ride,
Okay.
So I have the most comfortable clothes on, the most comfortable, uh, like, position I'm sitting in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be prepared on the front end, so when I arrive there, I know what I have to do to get the ride out of me before the match. So
Yeah.
I look at it like it could be another thing that, like, negatively affects your wrestling, or it could just be another thing that you are prepared to deal
Mm.
with.
Yeah. Look at you.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could be bad, but it's, like, it's not bad as long as you are ready and you're prepared.
Yeah. Yeah. What a year though. And
Yeah.
then so then how did you end up here at Illinois? So now you're in Champaign.
Oh, man. Um, it was kinda wild. I think Mike asked me before the US Open, and, like, I just instantly said no, like, right away, I was like, "Nah, no, I don't wanna leave Nebraska, like, this is it. It's my
Mhm.
home forever." And, and then, Austin O'Connor, well, it was just over text, and then I remember Mike he just loved the text message I sent him, and I was like, "Okay, that was really well received." And I really like Mike a lot. Like, he was kind of a role model slash coach, like a lot of things for me in high school.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, maybe we're still like on pretty good terms.
Mhm.
Uh, like, I don't know, just when he loved the message, I was like, okay, he still likes me. That wasn't mean or anything. And then Austin reached out and he called me, and then I was essentially telling Austin the same thing I told Mike, and then Austin was like, well, don't say anything yet. Uh, Mike's gonna call you one more time. And then Mike, a couple days later, he called me, and I was kind of saying like the same stuff, uh, and I said like one of the reasons that like I talked with Claire a lot about it and was like her photography is obviously she works from home and she can essentially do her job anywhere,
Mhm.
but she had built up such a clientele and base
Right.
and stuff in Nebraska that if she were to move, she'd essentially have
Start.
to almost restart.
Mhm.
And that was like a really hard question to answer. And then
Mhm.
also like when you restart like that, your income is based on your clients, and if you have no clients, you have no income.
Right.
So we had to talk a lot about that too and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that was all before the open, and then after the open, well, I just said like, hey, can I think about it and then like give you an answer after the open. And then the week after the open, I talked a lot about it with Claire again, and then like my family and stuff like that. And my family was super cool. They they stayed like out of it a fair amount, and they tried to like weigh the pros and cons with me on both sides. But I knew they were like I was 2 hours versus 8 hours away from them, and I was like, I knew. I mean, they never said it, but uh, I knew they would be super pumped. And for me too, that's cool to live closer to your parents, I think. And
Yeah.
so that was pretty nice. And then the last thing that kind of uh, tipped me towards Illinois was like Illinois is really good at wrestling. They were 10th in the country last year, and we have a really good squad this year to be top 10 again. And Mike was "Hey, I don't know, uh, like assistant coaches jobs, they don't open up that often, especially in the Big Ten." And I was like, ah, "Yeah, yeah." And so that one like kind of tipped it in the favor. And then I talked to Claire, and she was game, she was supportive, so that was cool, and made the move out here.
Wow. Man. Well, how's her clientele doing now?
She got one Illinois wedding for next year, and I think she's talking to two other potential clients. So that's good. That's a start uh
Yeah.
in the right direction, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, there's actually somebody on your team that probably could use a wedding photographer here in the not too distant future. Isn't Lucas Bird engaged?
Um I think he yeah, I think so, yeah.
Are they engaged?
I just heard them telling the story. I don't know. I don't know if he just did it or he's waiting to do it till after college. He just went on like on a family vacation with her family, and
Yeah.
I don't remember if he did it then or he's doing it after this season. Uh but he will be soon.
Nice.
If
Yeah.
he isn't already.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that would be a very a great wedding for her to shoot. One for just publicity. I mean, their
Yeah.
relationship is
It
all over
it's
the
it's
place.
awesome. Yeah. It's actually really funny because um I've met so many people, including a couple of my sisters, that I've said like, "Hey, I'm coaching at Illinois," and they're like, "Oh yeah, that one wrestler, is he still on your team?" And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Yeah, he's really short. He's dating that one tall girl," and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, you know who Lucas Bird is?" And I've met, I mean, at least 10 people that
Hmm.
like don't watch wrestling at all,
Yeah.
and they know him, and I'm like, holy cow, it's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you met her yet?
I have not, no.
Yeah, no, okay. When did you get out there?
Like middle July, I
Okay.
think. I was kind of couple days the second half of July,
Hmm.
because we didn't close on our house until July 31st, so we technically couldn't move in until August 1st.
Right.
Uh, but I just came out and I lived with my parents for a couple weeks, and I did the commute, which is like 2 hours,
Oof.
and that was, yes, I didn't come every day, but
Yeah.
that was, I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't even do it. And
Yeah.
then like Austin was really nice. He let me crash at his place a couple times. Um, so that was awesome. Saved a lot of driving. But
Yeah.
then the move started in August, and it took a couple weeks and
Yeah.
super hectic. But we made it.
Yeah. Yeah. So things are probably, I mean, they're not really slowing down. They're starting to probably speed up because wrestling season's here. But I mean, you probably got now, you're probably nice and settled, you're decorated, obviously. So,
It's we kind of just finished the top half, and we're there's still some finishing touches, I guess, upstairs, like hanging some pictures or whatnot.
yeah.
But that'll just be when Claire decides something, and then like we can hang it. But the downstairs, like we just got our couch today for the downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's in a bunch of pieces, so that'll have to be put together, and then the rug, and I don't even know, dressers or
Yeah.
bookshelf cases or whatever. There's like
Yeah.
designing it down there or something like that. But yeah, it's just hectic.
Yeah. Are you any plans for you to keep wrestling?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
Um, I did want to keep wrestling when I was in Nebraska, and then now we moved out here. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think I was gonna see how like coaching is like this season, kind of like what my expectations are, what my role is, maybe how taxing it is, or something like that, and then kind of play it by ear maybe during
Yeah.
season. How I feel like that. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, right now I don't know.
Well, I see on the schedule here Friday, February 13th. First off, that's Friday the 13th. But second off, Nebraska comes to town.
I know
What's
that's
that
gonna
going to be
be.
like? Have you, I
It's
mean,
gonna
I know
be.
that's a ways away, but I mean,
It's gonna be awesome.
yeah,
I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
yeah.
We will see them on November, like I think it's like 15, 16, or mid-November. We have the Tulsa National Duels. Uh, so we'll see
Oh,
them
right.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're the 2 seed. We're the 8 seed. But so we have Little Rock first, and then we feed right into Iowa. Then they're on the bottom side. Um, so we can meet them in the finals. That would be unreal.
Yeah.
That would be so awesome. But then for the duel, I'm pumped. Just to like just see the team and the coaches and stuff like that. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
That was like I was waiting for the schedule to come out, and I was like, man, I hope we duel Nebraska so bad.
Mhm. Yeah. That'll be cool. Um, I wonder how, like, do you think it'll be a little awkward too? Or are you just past that now that you're
Um,
out for a little while and you've had a year coaching under your belt? It's not that big of a deal.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it won't be awkward because I just feel like I have a really good relationship with the coaches and even the guys on the team. And like, I don't know, I guess they're all pretty cool. So if they like showed up and then they like didn't want to talk to me, I feel like that would be pretty awkward. I
Yeah.
mean, obviously when we're like dueling, I don't want to talk to them. Like I would imagine they don't want to talk to me. Like they're
Mhm.
the enemy. I want to our guys to just break all of their guys,
Yeah. Yeah.
and like they should want the same thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, during the duel, it's I mean, yeah, it's whatever. But like pre or post duel, yeah, I hope they would be somewhat cordial. But if not, then I feel like it would be awkward.
Yeah. What kind of coach are you? Like, I'm trying to envision you in the corner, and do you get kind of intense? Like if it's a close match, calls are going left and right, are you one to really get pretty adamant over there in the corner or what?
Uh, I'm gonna try my best to kind of like stay in the back a little bit, to like be a little more quiet, calm, and maybe talk to the guys after the matches. That's kind of my game plan. That's kind of how I tried to be at Wesleyan as well.
Hmm.
Let Colton do most of the during match coaching. Um, Maybe if I get really close with one of the guys on the team, I'll be a little more vocal during their matches. But uh, I don't know. I'm also like very competitive, and
Yeah.
if I like engage in the match, then I feel like I might let loose a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm a
Yeah.
little nervous about.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm excited to kind of see that part of you,
yeah,
Like even when you were wrestling, like I didn't really see you get really over the top. Like maybe there were a
yeah,
couple times. I'm trying to think. Maybe when
yeah.
a couple times,
It
maybe.
took a decent amount.
Yeah, right.
Uh,
It took kind of the right situation to really get you to really
yeah,
flex.
yeah. I'd yeah, always try and like even if I get was a little flustered like during a wrestling match, I'm like probably going to like hustle back to the center, not like do or say anything, and then like off the whistle, I'm gonna like club or headbutt you like as hard as I can. I'm not
Got
gonna
it.
say anything. We're just gonna get after it.
Yeah,
And yeah, so I'm gonna try a little more quiet, I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
At least that's the goal.
Yeah, and that might actually work out pretty well, when when somebody comes off the mat and they just lost. Sometimes they're pretty heated and to have somebody on the other end to be kind of that calming presence kind of then they match your energy, so they kind of come down, and you're already here, so they, like I said, they
Yeah,
match your energy. So, you know,
yeah. Um, and then sometimes too, like kind of you're saying, coming down. I feel like maybe if it's a bad loss or like I don't know something, uh, I feel like a wrestler may not be the most uh in the best state
yeah.
to remember even what you're saying.
Yeah,
So
yes,
maybe
yep.
not in this teaching moment, but if I could at least like just get them or at least help them like gather their thoughts and emotions and stuff like that and like come back to like a more level state, then I would say that's a win. Like just that
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, because I feel like that was you as a wrestler. I never, and again, this was just observing, so, but I never saw you get too high or too low. Like even after a devastating loss, like I never felt like you let it take over. Like it was like,
Yeah,
okay, I lost. It sucks here. You get past it. Like I
yeah,
never noticed you have too much of a like devastating loss. I mean, I think in the Nationals, not to bring up old
yeah,
wounds, but like when you were the 2 seed and lost, I feel like that was the one time that I can remember where I was like, oh, that kind of broke him a little bit, maybe. But
yeah.
other than
That
that, I don't remember one having that big of an effect on you like that.
um yeah, that was probably yeah, I'd say that's the worst for sure.
Yeah.
Then Jacob Warner, my last year in the quarters.
Yeah.
That one got me.
The 1-0 match. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like kind of what I'm saying. Maybe Tervel wasn't the most calm state, I would say, because I was kind of spiraling
Yeah.
in the back, and um and I was just like I don't even remember like what I was thinking or anything, and then I don't remember a single word Tervel said after he said, "Look me in the eye," and I just remember like I was losing it. I wasn't really saying anything or anything like that. And he was like talking to me again. I have no idea what he was saying. And then all of a sudden he like grabbed me. Still don't know what he was saying. And then I just remember him being like, "Look me in the eye. Look me in the eye." And like
Mhm.
I looked up and he has like both my shoulders and he's like he's just shaking me like this. He's like, "Look me in the eye." And then I looked him in the eye. And then I don't remember a single word he said, but I just like I was just able to like gather my thoughts and like get my head out of the clouds,
Mhm.
and then I was able to win the blood round match in place. So I think that helped me a lot. And it's crazy to say. I like seriously don't remember a single word he said. I just remember he was shaking the crap out of me and said, "Look me in the eye," and it snapped me out of it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's like a good memory.
Yeah. Yeah, there's probably lots of good memories at Nebraska that you had, you know?
Yeah,
Um, Gosh, yeah. I remember Big Ten finals, like that's always difficult to come by.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I like to talk about the Big Ten semis.
Oh yeah. Why is that?
I won three of the four matches that I had, and I was 3-1 or 3 for 4, and then I was 0 for 3 in the finals.
Oh, well, it's tough, man, but gosh, yeah, talk about coming up clutch, the Big Ten finals. What are you looking forward to here at Illinois? Like you're going into your first year. You just, you've kind of built a little relationships. You've been there for a couple months now. I mean,
Yeah,
we're
I mean,
talking like next
I'm
week, right?
like 2 weeks,
Yeah.
or I guess like a week. Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. I mean, I'm just pumped for everything. This is gonna be my first like first duel, first tournament,
Yeah.
first everything's first. So I mean, literally anything, I'm gonna be so excited. Like I'm so pumped up. And then also it's just like a cherry on top that I think our team is really good. Uh,
Yeah.
from the top to bottom. Like uh 25, we got the transfer Spencer Moore from North Carolina, and he was around a 16, I'm pretty sure, last year. And he also has a win last year over Eddie Ventresca, who was an All American. And he might have
Yeah.
another win over another All American. I'm not sure, but uh, I think he lost in overtime to Spratley even. But I mean, he's tough, and um, and he's also a really nice kid.
Yeah.
So that kind of helps. And it just reminds me of like all my, not all of them, but a lot of my friends in Nebraska are Mormon,
Mhm.
and he's Mormon, so I like just think about that.
Nice.
You
Yeah. Yeah.
know? And then 33 obviously is Lucas Bird. He's a dog.
Mhm.
Um, he's he's just really good at wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then 41 is Puccino, and he was around a 16, I believe, last year. So he's coming back, and so he could be a potential All American. And he's also a really nice guy. Very very smart and good with people.
Yeah.
Uh, that was I was actually gonna offer him maybe do this podcast or something because
Hey, there we go.
he's good at talking.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, and and then right now it's like looking at 49. It's like between two transfers from Virginia or North Carolina. Um, and both of them look really solid right now. Uh, I can't really tell who would who's gonna win. It's really close. I don't
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
but I believe they're both national qualifiers, so I mean they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
And then, well, I guess like yeah, Cannon. I think he's going up to 57, uh, and he's a stud. So he was round of 12 last year, Big Ten runner up.
Oh,
Um,
right. Yes, I was like,
yeah,
well, for some reason, I kept thinking of Chris Cannon was stuck in my head, but
yeah,
that's not. But yes, yes, I forget. Yeah, he
um,
wrestled Lovett in the finals of
yeah.
Big Ben's. Yeah,
Yeah, he had a pretty good match with them in the finals,
yeah, yeah.
and then Levitt kind of separated the gap a little bit at
Yep,
nationals.
yep.
But he was just a freshman last year, so
Right.
uh, I mean, I think he's going to be good. He's at 57, and then 65. We return a lot of guys, and
Right.
we returned Braden Scholes, uh, who was round of 12 also last year, and he's fun to watch. He's kind of just doesn't get tired, and he's super funky. Yeah, he reminds me a little bit of like a similar style to Brock Hardy, just how he can
Yeah.
like contort his body in
Yeah. Gee.
crazy ways.
Yeah.
It's it's unexplainable.
Yeah.
But 74, we got Colin Kelly. He's gonna be first time in the lineup, and he's tough. He's tough. Like that would
Yeah.
be my like kind of like everyone else in the lineup. I feel like everyone knows about. So I feel
Mhm.
like this kid Colin, not many people know about him. He's kind of gonna surprise a lot of people. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he can do, just because it'll be his first year. No one
What
really
year
knows.
is he?
He's a redshirt freshman, so he
Oh, he's a
redshirted last
redshirt
year, but
freshman.
he didn't get too many tournaments or matches because
Yeah.
he did something to his neck. I don't know what he did, but he was out for most of the year. Uh, and then 84 is Chris Moore. So he went to overtime with Antrell Taylor 2 years ago at 165.
I
Yeah.
remember this name. Wow. He's up two
Yeah.
wins.
So he redshirted last year.
Hmm.
He was a true freshman 2 years ago at 165, and he was around a 16 at nationals. And and then he placed at the U.S. Open at 86 kg in April.
Really?
Yeah. So
Holy cow.
he's tough.
Okay.
Um, and then 97 is is either Dylan Connell or Cade Lout, and both of them are tough. Uh, Cade is a transfer from North Carolina, and I think he was around a 16er last year,
Jeez.
or around a 24. But I know he qualified for nationals. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Um, so like, and then heavyweights Luke Luffman. That's my
Luke
boy.
Luckman. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Jeez, he's seems like he's been around forever. Luke Luffman. But
yeah.
yeah, he's
I think it's his 7th year because he had
really.
a redshirt of COVID and a medical redshirt.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just say he's my boy because we wrestled a couple times in high school.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Isn't that funny that you wrestled this guy in high school and you're out of college, you're coaching him and he's still like you're
Oh,
coaching this kid.
oh yeah. It's so funny. And some of the guys, every once in a while, guys will give him a hard time. Uh, because we used to be. He's like he's way bigger than me now.
Hmm.
Um, but we used to be the same weight class.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's funny. But he's such a nice kid. My favorite story of him is like the first time we wrestled. It was in like this like super small tournament, like not a really good tournament. I was a senior and he was a freshman, and there was two gyms, and one gym was just like an optional warm up area with a TV to tell you when you're on what mat.
Hmm.
And I was in there by myself, and I was like starting to get warmed up for the match, blah blah blah. And all of a sudden, this kid comes in, and he's just like, "Hey, I just want to let you know that you're on deck on mat two." And I was like, "Yeah, like whatever. Like, who is this kid?" And like I can see the TV, like I know. Like, and then I make my way to mat two, and I saw him there, and I'm just like, dang, this kid, like maybe he's gonna watch me wrestle or something like that.
Hmm.
And and then I walk to the table, and then he walks to the table, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm not about to wrestle this kid. And and then yeah, we end up wrestling, but I was just like, man, he's just a really nice guy. Like,
Hmm.
man, I just couldn't believe it. That's the only time in my whole career that someone that I'm about to wrestle came up and like made sure I knew I was on the mat, that we were about to wrestle. Man, I was like, oh my goodness, this guy. And
How'd the match go?
it was not a wasn't a good match for him, but
Gotcha.
yeah, he was just a freshman, and I was like a senior, and I was just yeah, I think he hadn't like grown into his body yet,
Hmm.
and because it was at 195, and then I think the next year he just that's when he like grew, and he was either 220 or heavyweight or something, and then he's been
Wow.
heavyweight ever since. So I got him like right before he really matured.
Hmm. Wow. That's funny that you're coaching him now though, and that you wrestled in
Yeah.
high school. Did he remember like wrestling you and
Oh,
get to
he
telling this
remembers.
story? Oh yeah,
He
okay.
remembers. He doesn't like talking about it that much, but he remembers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll have to ask him if he'll come on here because that's pretty funny.
Does he remember that story that you just said, that you just told about him coming up and be like,
Oh,
"Hey, excuse me."
I guess I don't know, but I haven't asked him. But I tell
Yeah.
everyone on the team that he did that, and yeah, it was so funny. It just threw me off like so much.
Maybe that was his tactic. Maybe that's what he was trying to do.
I mean,
He's trying to get in
if
your
he was
head.
trying to do that, it worked. I was like, holy buckets, man! What are you doing? You can't talk to me. It's an unwritten rule until
Right.
after the match.
Um, Now, when you were growing up, were you like an Illinois wrestling fan? Like, is it kind of full circle for you to be coaching now in at Illinois where you're 2 hours away
Um,
from home?
I would say it only is because Mike is the head coach.
Yeah.
Because I vowed to my parents, like when I was a senior in high school, I would never, ever move back to Illinois, ever. And
Why? Why were you? Why?
I just wanted to be out of Illinois so bad. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to be out of Illinois,
Yeah.
like really, really bad. I don't know. I really don't know why, I
Yeah.
guess. Uh, and but I would have probably considered going to Illinois.
Hmm.
Uh, and they asked for my number 3 different times, and they never contacted me.
Ah,
Never,
yeah.
no. So it was like I kind of never cared for Illinois, I guess, after
Hmm.
that. Uh,
Was Puerta the coach at that time, or was it
no,
Heffernan?
it was yeah, he was the head, and then
Okay.
Mark Perry was one of the assistants, I think, and
Oh
he's the
wow,
one.
yeah, right.
He asked for my number twice and didn't reach out, and then one of the other coaches like DM me on Facebook or something, and then I gave him my number, and they never reached out. So I was just like,
Wow.
and
Yeah.
I felt I also was a little turned off because of Mark Perry. He he asked for my number at I don't know, somewhere, maybe it was like a college clinic or something like that.
Hmm.
And then I won freestyle nationals after my freestyle state after my junior year, and he was there, and he like I was walking out, and he like caught me, and he was just like, "Hey, um, good match, blah blah blah. Can I get your number?" And uh, he gave me his phone to put it in there, and I'm like, "Dude, I already gave you my number."
Hmm.
But then I
Hmm.
went on his phone to put my number in there, and it wasn't in there, and I was like,
Wow.
"This is weird. That's
Yeah.
weird." Uh, so that kind of I was kind of like, if they don't recruit me, like that'd be okay. That'd
Yeah.
be okay.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Huh. And now here you are. Yeah, because
Yeah,
did you grow up watching Poeta, or was he a little bit
he
before
was
you
a little
started?
bit before me, but
Okay.
I didn't really know um who he was until the very first. I was like, I didn't have like a lot of good partners, I guess, like at my high school. So I was
Hmm.
always looking for a club to go to like just get some good live wrestling in.
Yeah.
And I was going to Oak Park River Forest for
Yeah.
like my first 2 years, freshman, sophomore year. And then I kind of got bigger then. I was going with Isaiah White and Kamal Bay a lot, Larry Early, stuff like those
Oh
kids.
my gosh.
Yeah, that there was my freshman, sophomore year. I was going with like Devontae Mahomes, who was like number one in the country, Kamal Bay, Isaiah White, Larry Early,
Wow.
um, and then I mean there's a couple other kids, but all of those kids were like Fargo champs, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, and so it was just like the definitely the best room probably in the country to be in. And then I kind of got a little bit bigger than them, and I started like looking at a couple other clubs, and one of them was Mike's Club,
Hmm.
and I would like go to a practice at all these clubs and like test them out. And I went to Mike's Club, and there was no big guys there, and I was like, kind of in my head, I was like, okay, like this was a dud, like
Right.
this place sucks. And then Mike was like, "Hey, I'll wrestle you," and I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, what? This guy, this little guy, he's gonna wrestle me?" And then he beat the crap out of me, and I was like, "That's it. I have to come here every day of every week for the next year."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so that's how he got me.
Yeah.
Um, that's like one of the most memorable practices like in my career. Like just just getting beat up by him, and
Did you
it
know
was
who he
like,
was?
no, I had no idea. I had no idea. I literally was like, this old guy, this
Yeah.
old small guy, like what? He's gonna wrestle me, and then just beat me up. And I'm like, and it was like an hour and 15-minute drive. So the whole way home, I'm like just driving home and I'm just like, what? Oh my goodness, like I suck. Like this is terrible. I got worse.
Mhm.
And then like I found out who he was and I was like, okay, he's not bad.
Who told you who he was, or who kind of gave you the information?
My dad. He
Okay.
he didn't really tell me who he was, but he was like my dad was like, he was pretty good. And I was like, really? And then like I had to like YouTube him.
Hmm.
And but then my dad he would be like, but you are like way bigger than him. So I don't he took you down how many times? How many times? And I'd be like, yeah. He'd be like, you didn't score any takedowns? And I was like, no, I didn't even touch his leg. He'd be like, what?
Wow, that's
Uh,
funny.
yeah, so I remember that. And but I just think that's just like it's so weird because if I did beat him, or maybe if it was like a good match, back and forth, I probably wouldn't have ever gone back. I needed that
Wow.
like it was like an instant challenge that I just couldn't let go. I
Hmm.
had to I had to I had to beat him.
Did you ever did you start to get to him?
Yeah, I beat him a couple times. And he says that he just let me win because I was getting ready for state. Uh, but I don't believe it. I
No,
think
I
I
don't
think there
believe
were
it.
a couple of days where his body was just like not feeling it. I don't know. Maybe he just like didn't eat that day too. He was like 150 and I was like
Yeah.
200 and I was just a little bit too much. He didn't have enough lead in his pencil.
You probably ran in, you drove home and you fucking, oh, excuse me. You like bust through the door and you're like, "Hey, Dad, guess what?
Yeah. Oh, you know
Freaking
it.
beat him."
I
Guess
was
how many
I was
times I
actually
took him down?
yeah, I was actually calling him before I got home to tell him about it. And then when I got home, I had to tell him again. Like, did you hear me on the phone when I told you I had more takedowns in him? Yeah, but it was awesome. That's pretty much like if you were to ask Mike, like most days, like I would show up and Mike would literally be the second biggest guy in the whole room, and he would
Wow.
just be like, oh, I gotta wrestle, Schultz again, and I loved it too because he knew that the main reason I was going to his club is because like I just like mostly just for live conditioning. Um, so he would kind of like run the practice and we would like drill a little bit, spar a little bit, and then we would just do like two like long live goes and like no matter what everyone else was doing. So I don't know. He in just a very short amount of time, he like really dramatically affected my life. I'd say, um,
Wow.
in a very positive way. So that's like, if he wasn't coaching here, I don't think I would be here, like
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But
Fair enough.
I think he's a great guy. Uh, but yeah, that's like I can tell probably a lot of Mike Poeta stories.
Yeah, he probably was dreading. He was probably watching his watch, looking at his watch like, okay, he's not here yet. I don't know if he's going to show today. Maybe he won't. And he was probably like getting all
Yeah.
excited. And all of a sudden, here you go rolling up. He's like,
No, that happened actually quite a few times because uh well, I mean, I would have to drive through Chicago and then like I eventually got a lot better at it, but like one time I was like an hour late because there was a Bulls game and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I didn't know about this." And then another time I was like 30 minutes late because there was like a Cub or a Sox game or something like that. And then I'm
mhm.
like, "Okay, every time I go, I have to check all the sports, any sport or any event." I started
Mhm.
being like concerts, this, that, whatever. I have to know like if there is something going on in the city and then how long is it gonna or how much will it add to my drive? And I got a little bit better, like stuff I couldn't really help was like snow happened a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
But no matter how late I showed up, he would always wrestle me. Like that one time, his practices were like an hour and a half, and I kid you not, I seriously showed up like just over an hour late. It took me
Wow.
like 2.5 hours to get to his practice. And um and then he was just like, yeah, it's like no problem, like just get your stuff on, we'll get warmed up and we'll just go live like right away. And yeah, so he was just like, yeah, he was just super cool and really understanding like the whole time.
Wow. You know,
Yeah.
at any point during that drive of 2.5 hours, did you go like, all right, I'm 5 minutes, now I'm 10, I'm not going to get there. I'm going to be an hour late. Like you didn't even
Yeah.
think about, hey, I should turn around.
No, I thought about it a lot. A few times I'd even call like my dad or my mom or something. I'd be like this is so embarrassing. Like I can't I can't show up like
Hmm.
this late. Like this I can't do that. And um they would just be like, listen, even if you just get 30 minutes, like that's better than nothing. And I'm like, that's true. And then they would just be like, listen, just be honest with Mike and like just say like you'll take whatever you can get. And
Hmm.
so then I would just show up and I'd always feel so bad, but he never like held it against me or anything. I'd be like, listen, I there's nothing I could do,
Hmm.
and I'm sorry. And he yeah, I never said anything, so it was cool. But I don't know. They yeah, but it going there it never like really, I guess, second guess going, but
Yeah.
sometimes on the way back, the practice would be done around like 6:45 maybe or 6:30.
Hmm.
And then like I would shower or something, it'd be like 7. And um like one time I remember it took 3.5 hours because there was a
No.
terrible snowstorm. I just remember walking out of practice and there's like 3, 4 inches of snow already and it's coming down so hard. And I'm like, I am not going to be able to drive more than 30 miles per hour the whole way home.
Hmm.
Like, and then I'm just driving home and I'm like, I can't do this again. I didn't haven't started my homework yet. Like it would be like school would end. I'd go from school to his practice and then his practice and then drive home. And and then like yeah, like some of those late nights, I'd be like, I'd have to do my homework when I get home at like 10, 11,
Jeez.
and I'd be like, no, I can't do it again.
Yeah.
But then I would think about that first practice when he just beat me up, and I'd be like, okay, okay, I have to go back.
Dang, 3.5 hours. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, most days just an hour and like 15 minutes, but
Still.
the snow, oh man, there were a couple just bad snowstorms that, man, they would be rough, be tough.
Yeah. How many times a week did you go to his practice?
Mostly Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay.
Um, and then uh, I think there were 2 weeks, like separate weeks. One was during Christmas break where we didn't have any competitions.
Hmm.
That my high school coach was like super cool about. He was like, "Hey, if you want to go to Mike's like this week, like the whole week, every day I went." Um, he was cool with it, and like that helped a lot.
Yeah.
And because I think because it was like Christmas break, Mike was doing like a whole week kind of like maybe mini winter break training camp or something like that. And I
Yeah.
remember I was there every day that week and it was a lot of fun, but it was also a lot of driving.
Yeah. Did you just drive by yourself? Like,
Yeah,
mm,
most of the time. First couple times because I wasn't super experienced on the expressway yet. my
Mm.
dad drove, and then after that, it was just me.
Just cut you
Yeah,
loose.
yeah, it was bad. I actually do have a very scary in the moment, but not so much now.
Yeah.
Uh, Story about falling asleep,
I
and
wondered.
yeah, it actually happened a lot, and but most of the time, I would obviously. So what I was talking about earlier about being like proactive,
Yeah.
um, it started off with like music, like changing the music a bunch, turning the volume up, turning it down, like just messing with it, and then rolling the windows up, down, up, down, up, down,
Mhm.
and changing the music, like everything, turn the AC up, turn the heat on, like everything that I can in the car, just constantly changing it to like
Mhm.
throw my body off. And eventually, like none of it, eventually, like all that stuff stopped working. So then I was like, okay, uh, like eating kept me up. So I'd just
Mhm.
bring snacks and drinks in, and then eventually I had to bring like more snacks and more drinks, and then like, more snacks and more drinks, and then eventually I just got like I'd feel so bad when I by the time I got to Mike's practice, and then I was just like
So you
I
were doing this before, sorry, you were doing this before you even got there. You were that tired on your way to
yeah.
practice?
Well, on the Tuesday Thursdays that I would go to his practice,
Mm-hmm.
I would wake up around 5 and
Oh,
I would either do a circuit before school or we have like these stairs. It's like Swallow Cliff is what it's called. And there's like a I think it's like 126 or 132 just like stairs. And I would like go there and I would run that like 10 times and then go to school. And then after school, like right after school, then I would drive to Mike's. So I'm like, and I haven't figured out what caffeine is yet. Like I had no idea.
hmm.
Um, so I'm just like just toughing it out.
Hmm.
And um so what happened was I was like, you know what, like I would never ever ever recommend this, but
Hmm.
I realized that I would kind of doze off a little bit and then the adrenaline I
Yep.
would get from like waking up from a doze off would keep me up the rest of the drive. So I
Yep.
was like,
Yep.
oh, it's not that big a deal. Like I'll just wait for that, like the adrenaline boost, and that'll
Hmm.
keep me up. Well, eventually that didn't really work. So there was one time I started dreaming. I started a real dream while I was driving on the expressway. And you know how like competition mats, there's like three strips usually, and it's like
Hmm.
a big circle.
Yep.
But on the other side is the practice mats, and there's like three small circles on the three
Hmm.
strips. Well, I was in the bottom corner down here, and I was doing stance and motion. And then on my high school team, there was these twins that I wrestled a bunch, and their last name was Stangle, and one of them was on the middle little circle, and then the other one was on the top, this top corner circle, and we were getting put through a stance of motion drill. So I'm down here, I'm in stance of motion. One Stangle's in the middle circle, the other one's up here, and uh, all of a sudden, the one in the middle, he kind of starts getting out of his circle, and I'm like kind of trying to tell him like, hey, you can't do that, like stay in your circle, that's part of the drill.
Hmm.
And he just looked at me, didn't say anything, and I'm like, and then he starts like entering the circle that's in between me and the other Stangle, and I'm like, you can't do that, like you can't, that's not the drill, you can't do that. And then when he gets in the circle, I like start yelling at him, and then that wakes me up, and there's a car trying to cut me off in my lane, and I slam on the brakes, and he enters my lane, and I'm like, oh my goodness, like that is crazy, like holy cow, like that just from I just like it was a whole dream, like a whole dream, like I don't know how long I was out
Hmm.
and how I stayed in my lane, but I was just like, I shouldn't do that anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, so they were just cutting you, like they weren't, they just cut you off?
Yeah, they were just
Oh,
cutting me off. Like they didn't
oh.
care that their back end was like about to hit my like front tire. Like I was just like I just woke up and I saw it and I had to hit the brakes like super hard and and uh and then like keep driving obviously and I was just like holy buckets. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that just happened. And yeah, so that was the last time that happened. But uh yeah, it's just like it's a funny story now.
Wow. Oh my.
Uh yeah, but I mean I wish I could like had a camera or something to tell how long I was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had like I mean it was at least 30-second dream that I remember.
Right, right.
Oh, it was so funny.
Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Yeah, it's man. Yes, I wouldn't recommend that ever.
No, no. You I don't know if I've ever asked you this, but you said you were wrestling at Oak Park River Forest for a while. Did you ever think about like transferring there and like competing?
Nah,
Yeah. Okay.
the commute would be too much, and then I had a lot of pride in going and representing my public high school.
Yeah.
Uh, like, um, there's a lot of family ties with
Yeah.
my high school, and then also I kind of like grew up down the street, and there was just something special to me about like going to my public school
Hmm.
with the right address and winning, being
Yeah.
successful. Uh, like it just felt and meant something more every time I put on my singlet.
Yeah.
Uh, so that was like I just don't think I would have went anywhere else.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, because you followed basically in your dad's footsteps,
Yeah,
in a
yeah.
sense, you know.
And I had like cousins that went there. My older sister went there.
Hmm.
My mom also went there. Like my
Oh, I
grandma
didn't know your mom
was
went
all
there.
there. Yeah. Uh, so I had like a lot of family ties like with the school.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, even I think one or two of my uncles went there too.
My
Uh,
gosh.
yeah, so it's like yeah, it was just yeah, I just wouldn't have went anywhere else.
Yeah. And is there still one going through the school system right now? Right? Isn't it
Yeah,
your youngest
she's a
sister?
she's a senior,
Oh
Ava.
my gosh. And
Yeah,
she is she still in the plants?
no, that was Riley.
Oh, that was Riley. Okay. And
Yeah,
she was playing softball, right?
yeah, and she's actually in LA now.
What?
Yeah, so she moved to San Francisco with her boyfriend,
Hmm.
um, and then because her boyfriend was playing basketball in San Francisco, and then I think they cut the program last year
Oh,
in a school in Los Angeles, like kind of hit them up, and then now they're in LA, which like to me isn't necessarily like an ideal spot, but
right.
I have two other sisters that live there. So for her, it's kind of nice because she has two other sisters that live there. So I have like three of them live there now, which is wild.
Yeah. Because there's Jillian, and is she the also she
Yeah,
was at
she just moved
was
there.
she at was she at Fresno State?
Yeah, and then she coached at Bucknell.
Right.
Yeah, and then she got married, um, like August, and
Hmm.
then moved to LA with her husband Max.
To do what? What is she up to now out there?
She just got I'm pretty sure she's an assistant coach at Cal. State Fullerton.
Okay.
I think that's how you say it.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and so that's awesome. She's super pumped about that.
Mhm.
And like water sports is just like so much better,
Right,
like West or East Coast. So,
right.
and they would all say West is way better than East, but
Ooh.
yeah. In just in the water sport world.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Uh, and then Hannah she's living with her boyfriend in they actually have a super nice spot. It's technically in LA, but it's like the street that divides LA and Santa Monica.
Mhm.
So they're like a mile and a half maybe, I think, from maybe less from the beach. So
Nice.
they lucked out with a pretty nice spot.
Yeah.
And she just got a new job at USC.
What? Doing
Yeah.
what?
It's it's like a I want to say it's some branch of occupational therapy. Um but I'm not necessarily sure like the exact title.
Mhm.
Uh but I do know that it's at USC and uh
Nice.
that I mean I feel like anytime you get a job in which is now the Big Ten, the USC, then
Right, right.
that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's
And then what
exciting.
Yeah, and what's Riley up to?
She's still in school, in LA. Her and her
Oh,
boyfriend.
really?
Well, I say boyfriend. That they just got engaged in July.
Oh, nice, nice.
So fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're all cruising. Uh, in Cali, and then my Maddie is the one after that. She just graduated from Azusa Pacific, which is in LA, and she just moved back home. And she actually got uh, the assistant high school girls wrestling coach job at
What?
a high school in my old high school's district. Uh, so like same conference and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wrestling, huh?
she's super
Okay.
pumped, and she was like, apparently they approached her and like asked her if she wanted to do the coaching position, and she was like,
Mhm.
I don't really know anything about wrestling, and they were just like, oh, it's no problem, like it runs in your blood.
Yeah.
So she's excited about it. Um, yeah, but that's like I don't know. That'll be a journey.
Yeah, yeah,
I hope she likes it.
yeah. Because what else is she doing? Is she teaching there too or anything? Or like
She's gonna try and be a teacher, but right now
Mhm.
she's a para.
Mhm.
Um, and she likes it. She just thinks like I think she thinks it'll just be better instead of being like a para and coach if she just I think she's gonna go back to school and get her either teaching certificate or teaching degree and then be a teacher and a coach
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
she's coaching water polo and swimming which like she's obviously good at.
Yeah.
um, there's just like that gap season she didn't have a sport
Mhm.
and they got her for wrestling.
Wow, this is exciting. I'm actually pretty excited for this.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I think she will uh, be calling for some tips here and there.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Well, I just know that if I started coaching water polo, I think I would ask for a little bit of help.
Thanks again for listening to this episode of the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Special thanks to my guest, Eric Schultz, for taking the time to sit down and chat with me. Cover art was created by my cousin, Kristen Gill. Please feel free to rate, comment, and subscribe to the podcast. You can also check me out on Twitter, Instagram, and my Facebook page if you want to hear and see some more of my content. I also have started a YouTube channel where you can watch the video episodes of this podcast. So don't forget to check that out. And also, lastly, check out my website, letstalkwrestlingpodcast.my.canva.site. Adding some new features in there, potentially a Google form. So stay tuned for that. But always, be sure to tune in to hear the next guest of the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. Take care, and see you next time.